Hi everybody, I'm Erin, and this is the first episode of my Careers in Technology segment. I don't know if you know, if you hadn't seen my channel announcement, you would not know, but I work in IT. I am a computer programmer, and I have been for a little over 20 years now. So let's not do the math on my age for that one, because that's just embarrassing. But I work in computers. And that's actually, I'm going to tie this to a book right now. That's why I was interested in Zeros by Chuck Wendig. This book is about hackers working for the American government. And so basically it's like IT spies and hackers. It sounds amazing, and just talking about secrets and everything. So I'm really excited to start reading that. I'm not sure when I'm going to, but you can see why a book like that might be extremely interesting to someone that works in IT. I want to talk to you now about how I ended up in a career in technology. I seem so sane and perfectly lovely. So why did I decide so long ago to take the path, sorry my glasses are like dirty, to take the path of IT? Why did I decide that the best thing to do was spend my life at a desk writing code? So when I was in probably junior high, actually I know it was junior high, my dad bought our first computer. Yeah, I remember a life without computers, without tablets, without cell phones, without all of it. And my dad bought our family's first computer. And we bought a handful of games for it. I mean, I played the original King's Quest, Leisure Suit Larry, Space Quest. There was some trucker game that we used to play that was just like a basic game, right? It was a text-based game, and it'd be like, this happened, what do you want to do? And you'd get options, and then you'd answer, and then this happened, what do you want to do? And anyway, so I used to play these games, and I enjoyed it. So my brother is 2 years older than me, but he was only a year ahead of me in school just because of the way things worked out. And so when he got into senior high, and he got to take a computer programming course, he did. And he kind of started teaching me stuff. Like, he showed me the applications he could build and some of the, Hello World stuff that he was able to do. And I loved it. And he showed me how it was done. I was like, okay, I'm definitely taking this computer programming course when I get old, when I'm at a point I could. And to do it, you had to take a typing class, and well, if I was taking typing, I might as well take accounting and blah, blah. Anyway, so I ended up with this bizarre list of grouping of classes, and I liked the computer programming. I did. I liked it a lot. So we did some stuff with like bulletin boards and early internet. We did some really simple applications that we built in BASIC. And I mean, this was kind of before Windows was really a big thing. This is the olden days. And I loved it. I loved the challenge and the thoughts that would, like how you thought as a programmer. The if then, there's a lot of if statements when you're writing code. And I loved it. So when I was graduating from high school, I had a lot of options. And if you're paying attention, you're going to go, huh? What are those options? What kind of person has all those options? So I was looking at a landscaping course, a landscaping diploma, or a greenhouse management diploma. And my other option was, my dad convinced me to apply for business administration at a technical school. And you could get a degree. Anyway, you could get a degree, but it was he talked me into it, applying for business administration. And I really wanted to apply for IT, so I ended up changing my application to IT and sending that in. And I also applied for a scholarship at the same time, because this was a fairly expensive school that I was looking at going to. If I didn't get the scholarship, so you know where this is going. If I didn't get the scholarship, I was not going to be going to that school. I would be, managing a greenhouse right now and maybe doing some landscape plans, which, it's fun, and I do that in my yard and stuff, but it's definitely not been the way my career went. So I ended up getting a scholarship, a half scholarship, so half of my tuition was paid for to go to this school. Thank God I was a nerdy child, and I got a half scholarship. I went to get my degree in computer programming, computer information systems, I think the program was called, and it was awesome. I loved it. I never regretted changing it. My dad was like, "Oh, you're gonna regret doing that. Your business administration would be such a better career for you because you're a woman." My dad was old school. He was. My mom raised me up saying when she was growing up, her dad had determined that there was really two, three careers for women. My mother was told by her father that she could be a nurse, a secretary, or a teacher. So my mother was a teacher. She retired from teaching when she first had my brother, and then she moved to my dad's family farm and ended up opening a greenhouse and a market garden. So you see where the gardening part came from, right? So she ended up in a career that she didn't enjoy and didn't want to be a part of because that was the options that were given to her. Luckily, I lived in a time, and you live in a time where we can pick any career we want. And there's a part of me that's like, man, the careers I wish I'd known about when I was younger. I would totally be a spy or an assassin. Totally be an assassin. But I didn't realize that those were legitimate careers that I might actually be able to excel at and get a job in. So instead, I stuck with what I knew, and that was IT. I went to school for 3 years. I got decent marks, and here I am. I am a programmer, and there have been times when I've regretted it, and we'll talk about those. There have been times when, you know what, I was the only woman on a team. When I graduated, my graduating class, so this is a fairly small school that I went to for technology, there was like 80 to 100 of us in the class. 5 were women. That was it. It was like 5 out of 100-ish, 80 to 100 people were women. And I am lucky in that through my career, I have seen increasing numbers of women in technology. I have seen increasing numbers of women in management and technology. But at the same time, I have worked in companies where women were not really allowed to be management. I know of at least one person who was manager or above, manager or director level, who out and out said that women were not leaders, women could not lead, and he did not want women leaders under him. So, I mean, there's been a lot of that kind of stuff through my career, but overall, it's been really good, and I've been really happy with my choices. So that's how I got into IT. It was kind of a bizarre little group of occurrences, and I couldn't be happier right now. I love my job, love the people I work with, and yeah. So that's my first episode of my career in IT and science and technology. I will be doing more. I'm hoping, yeah. So you'll see what's coming in those soon. I don't really want to promise anything because I have a really bad habit of making a promise and then being like, oh, that's not gonna fill a whole video. So for now, that's how I became who I am now. Let me know if you're interested in this. Let me know what you want to know. If you're curious about my career, if you're curious about what I do, about how things have changed, anything like that, I will answer or try to answer as best I can. And I'm really excited about this whole new series I'm doing, so I hope you are too. Bye.